chat and carry on with our day from earlier. Um, as you can see, I have assembled a little. So today, oh, I'm struggling with words today. So today is National Be Late for Something Day and Lazy Moms Day. So if you're a mom, take this opportunity to be lazy and to do nothing, or take this opportunity to be late for something. I had to learn that it was okay to be late. I used to panic really bad if I was late somewhere. Um, I usually am 10 minutes early for everything because I'm worried I'm going to miss something. But um, sometimes being late happens, and today is National Be Late for Something Day. I read it was something else too, and it completely slipped my mind. So, since last we spoke, I have cleaned my nightstand, which was full of laundry. So I folded all the laundry. And I really need to clean this living room. It's a shame. But kind of had to sit down and chill for a little bit. So here I am. Hearts and thoughts, they fade away. Hearts and thoughts, they fade. Before you slip into unconsciousness, I'd like to have another kiss, another flashing chance at bliss, another kiss, another kiss. The days are bright and filled with faith, enclose me in your gentle rain. The time you ran was too insane. We'll meet again, we'll meet again. The crystal ship is being filled, 1,000 thrills, 1,000 girls, a million ways to spend your time. When we get back, I'll drop a line. I'm so happy 'cause today found my friends in my head. I'm so ugly, so okay, so are you. Broke our mirrors Sunday morning. It's every day for all I care, and I'm not scared. Light my candles in a daze, 'cause I found God. Yeah, 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 oh. With Alex Chilton. I'm in love with that song. It's Friday afternoon. Another Saturday and I ain't got. Thank you for the heart emotes. Another Saturday and I ain't got nobody. Got some money 'cause I just got paid. I'm in love with that song. Thank you for the like. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Caesar, I'm good, honey. How are you? Thank you for the hearts, guys. It's a good day, I would say. I was on earlier for a couple hours. It was I got up really early and I just jumped on. I don't know why. I just was like, well, might as well get some watch hours, right? So, yep. I I was on earlier. I was gonna start. I don't know. I was thinking about going in the other room and starting on the headstone, but I think I'll wait for a little while longer. Maybe have supper first and then do that. Friday afternoon is when all of the um, art YouTubers I watch post, so I like to watch them in the afternoon, see what's popping in the art world. Some of the crafters I watch usually post Fridays too. But I'm debating between the headstone and going on tour. I kind of have the driveys. Maybe. I've had a lot of trouble lately with chat. Yep. Me and Ozzy going on tour. May he rest in peace. I don't know. But yeah, chat's been real laggy and I've had to refresh a whole bunch the last few times I've streamed. It's really irritating. Yeah, Joe's at work until 3 or for another hour maybe. It's going okay. It's dry now, so I'm going to see if it needs another coat or if I can start on the indentations for the letters. Which I might be able to make the lettering fancier than it was when I started. I've been a little band happy today, so I don't expect YouTube to send as many people to me, but it is what it is. I'm too nice and I put up with too much crap. Oh, a kitten. I hope so. I'm kind of nervous about it because I might have to get like a new X-Acto because my X-Acto is kind of junky. I think I got it from the Dollar Tree, to be honest with you. And I should get a good one. Art supplies, sometimes you really can't cheap out on them. I mean, I have stuff that'll work. It's just going to be harder to work with, I think. So I cannot decide if I like this shirt. Yeah, I could, but it was more fun this way, I think. Calliope. Thank you. I don't know. Baby, give me just one look. But I thought I'd get on here for an hour and see what there is to see. See who's stuck in the same boat I am with not very much to do, or, you know, try to go on so my friends that are at work have something to watch. I'm in love with that song. I have Alex Chilton by, I can't even think of the band names. Exactly. Who sings Alex Chilton? I don't remember. It'll come back to me. It's on either Rock Band or Guitar Hero. I'll Google it when I get off here and figure it out. Because otherwise it'll drive me nuts. People by the million. I hate it when you get something in your head and then you can't remember, like, the artist or whatever. Yeah, I think so. Or maybe alternative. It's not a popular band. Of that, I'm sure. Soda number one for the day. We'll see how many I do today. Yesterday I did two, which isn't bad. I need to stop being lazy and make some unsweet tea. Yeah, he does. He's really smart. Usually, if somebody tells me lyrics or a song, usually I can get it, but what's sweet pea? I don't know. Yes, I know, kitten. We need to clean our floor. I could I could stand quite a while today. I was glad. I may have a small audience, but they're mighty and proud, so oh, unsweet tea. I didn't enunciate at all. I'm sorry. If I had my way, it would be sweet tea, but on account of the beatus, I can't have sweet drinks. I want sweet drinks. It's okay, Caesar. It happens. I subject jump really bad sometimes. And today is probably one of those days. I should get my shoes on and go outside. It's in the 70s, but um it's in the 70s, but there is a beach warning and a small craft advisory because apparently the tides at the lake are really bad. I really do look like Mama Cass today. I give up. Oh, no twisted tea today. I have Pepsi in my water. I killed that 12 pack the other night. It was not my best work, but at least I was in good company while I did it. It's strange. You just look back on things. Oh, I know. I just don't like to all the time. Mr. Mary doesn't care for me drinking, so It is. I'm actually pretty relaxed after 3 twisted teas. Oh, absolutely. When I used to work, I used to drink a lot more, especially at Walmart. When I worked at Walmart, I don't want to say I drank like a rock star, but I really kind of did. But Walmart was really, I liked it, but it was really hard on my body and stocking and stuff. And that's all I did was stock. I knew how to run register too, and I did that. Some nights I'd have to do both, run register and stock. Right? I just don't know about this shirt. But I am just sitting around the house. It's not like very many people are going to see it. It is. Especially around holiday times, it was really rough because you're getting just bombarded at work and then you're still trying to do the life things and, contribute to your family holidays. But you're so, and especially when you work third shift is really hard on your social life. And during the holiday time, like you get almost no sleep, and it's just, it kind of takes the joy out of life. Like now that I don't work, um, I actually have had holidays, which is different. Um, because like you have more time to do this stuff to make the holiday good, like make the special treats, decorate, buy the gifts, wrap the gifts, all that stuff. It just comes easier when you're not strapped down with work. And I try to help my relatives that are working more so. Yeah, they're really hard. And a lot of places don't want to give you time off during the holidays. And so that just makes it even harder. And a lot of times I didn't have kids, so if it came down to who's working, and it was like that at my other job too. I would get the crummy shifts because during the holiday season because I didn't have kids. But I mean, I still had parents and other people I'd like to see. And I don't think that's right because sometimes things are out of your control, like you can't control whether, well, I guess you can control whether you have kids or not, but you shouldn't be treated like a second class citizen because you don't. Anyway, Madam, what are you doing? Oh, I understand. I usually was able to work around something, but when I lived down south away from my parents, I couldn't. Like, there were 2 years I didn't come home at all. That was really hard. I would live, you know, I would live further away if I could come, if I had the financial means to come back whenever I wanted, but I kind of really don't, so I stay close. All my stuff's here anyway. Like a dream you try to remember when it's gone. I agree. At least for 2 days. But I mean, in my family, we had people, we had nurses and cops, and, you know, when I worked at the respite and stuff, you're kind of considered mental health worker. See, I disagree. Like, shops can be closed for a day. I mean, people have to get better at planning. You know, Christmas comes December 25th every year. And if you didn't plan, that's your bohunkus. Get your gas on December 23rd. And your Christmas presents before that. I think I'm going to start shopping shortly and um, go from there. And in December, there's also myself, my uncle have birthdays, and around Thanksgiving, my aunt and my brother have birthdays, and my mom's in October. So we're kind of heavy on birthdays at the end of the year. So it takes planning to get that all lined up. Get all that lined up and paid for. Yeah, they really do. I don't get it. Yep, everybody's at the end of the year. Calliope, stop messing with my fidget toy. I'm never speaking up again. It only hurts me. Yep, everything at the end of the year. I don't know. I've not heard anything. Yeah. I don't know if he's. It seemed when he was in here last, he was having um, personal life difficulties. So I hope he's all right. Sometimes people are here for a season and then they go, and then you meet new people, and it's just kind of different. Because I know, like, sometimes when people are sick or laid up or something, they're on YouTube all the time and then they get better, and you want to get out and live more for sure. Yeah. I really haven't done much with the Bear Den Discord. I went in there today because I was trying to remember something and just looked at old stuff. I am too. Sometimes I just don't have anything better to do, and sometimes I'm actually on here with a purpose. Yeah, me too. I try to be active on other people's channels because a lot of people are like, "Oh, if you're active on their channel, they're like, "Oh, Mary has a channel too." And then they send people over sometimes. Which helps, but I'm not just on people's channels for that. It's just nice when they do. Because that's honestly how I got to 50 is I was active on a lot of the AP slot channels and in Lettuce's channel. And Lettuce used to let everybody post their links. And so that was how I got my 50 is between the two of those. Yeah, there is. And I go back and forth between wanting to try to thinking I want to start to do the things that are trending and stuff, but I also want to make my own original stuff. I don't want to do what everybody else is doing. So I really think that's the way to go, even though my growth is probably going to be a lot slower. But I am absolutely fine with my small audience that I have now. I wouldn't trade it for a bigger audience. I really wouldn't. Um, I have, I checked earlier today, out of the 3,000 watch hours necessary, I have 641. So it's probably going to be a while. Unless something happens and I go crazy viral for some reason, then, you know. However, we'll see what there is to see. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for a drive. Um, a lot of the music ones I've had to delete, so I don't think they count towards watch hours. So I just need to drive. I have some things to think about. Some things to think about, some things to cry over, you know. And sometimes a girl just needs to be alone in her car with one song on repeat, you know? Yeah, nothing anybody on here can help me with. Amen to that. I always drive around one of the lakes, either Lake Erie or Chautauqua Lake. Maybe I'll go to Chautauqua this time. One of the lakes, probably. I probably won't stream while I drive, but I'll stream when I get to where I'm getting to. I wonder where my sweater is. The next state to me is 12 minutes away. So I jump the border quite frequently. Yeah. I'm trying. Yeah, the next state is closer to me than the next county is. By like 10 miles, I think. States are divided into counties. Yeah, sometimes some of my doctors are actually in Pennsylvania. Right. Um, to be honest with you, people within the state of New York divide it differently. I think I am located in the southern tier. I think. If not, the southern tier starts in the next county over, and I'm in. Well, I don't know what the heck they call us. I am either in Western New York or the southern tier. And the city is completely on the opposite end of the state for me. Like, it is faster for me to go to Pittsburgh than it is to go to New York City. I'm pretty sure. I'm going to have to double check the miles on that. I might be wrong, but I am confused about how the United Kingdom is divided myself. And so I've had someone explain it to me and I still don't get it. So don't feel bad. I'm going to have to look all that up and give myself a refresher on geography. But okay, wait. How far is it from me that New York City is 490 miles? Wait a minute. 30 miles away? I think New York City is 510 miles away from me, but I'm not positive. Don't quote me on that. Love myself better than you. Know it's wrong, so what should I do? Ooh, I'm on a plane. Ooh. Yeah. I am in the westernmost county in western New York. So New York City is down here-ish, and I am over here. And I need to work on my arms. Don't like them. But people are always surprised when I say I live in New York and I've never been to the city. But I've never been to the city. Me too. I live in a city, but it's not a big city. Like, there's a town, and then there's villages around the town, and I live in one of the villages, technically. But I think I live outside the village limits too, if I remember right. Because if you go 5 minutes in any direction from me, there's farms. So, me too. I like the area I live in. This will always be home. So, but it was neat to live other places too. Like, I've lived in other states. I really loved North Carolina. If I had to, I would go back down south. Absolutely, because it's just closer in alignment to my personal Mary values. And I just was a lot happier there. I love it here too, but I just was happier another time in life. Yeah, it's very peaceful. Um, yes, and yeah, I guess, yeah. Um, it was decided that we were outgrowing our old place. Um, I was way I was way more into crafting at our last place, and we only had a small living room. It really was more like a studio apartment. Like it was a one bedroom, but it was really small. It was the converted laundry room to the building, and so our living room was really tiny, and apparently my stuff was in the way all the time. So I did kind of we did choose this place. Yeah, there's a lot of cabin in the woods type things around here. I would love to go to one of them. And yeah, it can get pretty creepy, but there's cabins nearby in the next county over. There's a state park called Allegheny State Park, and it's right near the Seneca Indian Reservation, one part of the reservation. There's another part up near Buffalo, closer to Buffalo. It's kind of divided, like Cat Res is here ish, and then the Seneca Res is down there, which it's strange how they laid that out. The government, it didn't make sense, but that whole thing was wrong. But anyway, Allegheny has cabins in the woods, and it's really maybe I'll go to Allegheny. Hmm, didn't think about that. Or maybe Onaville to the marina. I don't know where I'll go. I'm not quite in hiking condition, so maybe Allegheny is not the best idea. Yeah, I have a hard time sleeping when I'm not at home. Anyways, and then I don't think the being in the woods part would bother me. Maybe so, but I don't think it really would. You don't know. I don't know. Maybe. Um, I don't know where my road's gonna take me. I hope wherever it is, it leads to happy. I understand that. If I ever won stupid money like the lottery, I would probably make sure every member of my immediate family had a house and a car. I'd probably give extra to my dad so he could retire. And then after that, I always had this dream I would just pay the whole town's electric bills for a month so everybody had a little extra money to, do something with, go out to dinner or get extra groceries. Hello, Tadley. I don't know. Sometimes I'm happier when other people are happy. I have a hard time spending money on myself. I don't know why that is, but just habits I've gotten into over the years, life circumstances, relationships, that kind of thing, where you just, I don't know. I don't want to say I put myself last, but I really kind of do sometimes. What can I say except you're welcome, you're welcome. I do. I really do. Excuse me for 1 second. Scoop, kitty. Ow! That was really cracky. Ow! That hurt. I went to treat myself last week. That sounds good. Sorry, I was getting my shoes on. Brooke hi. Good to see you. I went to grab my shoes, and when I sat back down, the chair flipped almost backwards. I'm so clumsy sometimes. I'm sorry, my cat is watching a ray of sun that's on the floor, and she's trying to kill it. She's so funny. What can I say except you're welcome? You're welcome. Yeah, they are really comfy. The recliners are. The only problem is when I go to sit up, I can't kick my legs backwards to like click the footrest in place. So happy Friday to you, Brooke Ann. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Hopefully you're not stuck at work. It's a happier day. Oh, good. Caesar, I'm sorry you spilled your chicken curry. That's no good. Jump around, jump around, jump up, and get down. I have the most random things in my head. I do believe I would have too been more angry about the curry. Excuse me. It is a good day for soup. There is a small craft and beach advisory for Lake Erie today. Apparently the currents are wicked. Not that I was going on a boat on Lake Erie, but you never know where the day takes you. It's really windy, but it's not raining here, so I'm kind of surprised by that advisory and stuff. But probably closer to the lake, it's probably more so. So if I go to the lake, I'm gonna have to take my sweater. If you want to destroy my sweater, hold on this thread as I walk away. Watch me unravel, I'll soon be naked, lying on the floor, on the floor. Yeah, they said not to swim today. I wasn't gonna swim anyway. Yep. Some of the trees in my neighborhood are starting to turn to yellow. Where are we at charge wise? Dang. I hate this shirt. Yeah, it is. Time for a good apple crisp. All right, Mare Bear, where do we want to drive to? Do we want to drive right at 3? Do we want to wait? What do we want to do? I hate it when I talk to me and I don't know the answer. Yes, I have 3 in my town. 4. There's a big one in Brooklyn Square. There's one on um, North Main Street. There's one on Foot Avenue. And there's one on 2nd Street. And then there's one in Lakewood. I'm sorry, we have 5. Little out of control with the Tim Hortons in our area. Like between Lakewood, Faulkner, no, yeah, between Lakewood and Jamestown, we have 5. Maybe. I had a pretty good lunch today. I had a chicken teriyaki, Marie Callender's, and a tiny bag of chili cheese burritos, which were delicious. Tim Hortons is like a coffee shop bakery kind of deal. And they have like light lunch, like paninis and chips, I think you get for lunch. What did I say? Yep. It's very good. It's similar to like, I guess I would say a Starbucks would be what it's analogous to. Oh, me too. There used to be this shop downtown that made really good paninis when I was in high school. So many shops downtown that I used to go to when I was in school are gone now. Oh, I didn't know that story. I really do like their stuff there, but for me, it's not an everyday go to Tim Hortons thing. I know a lot of ladies do, but um, for me, I kind of use it more like a treat place. Oh, Caesar, here it's like, it's probably about that. I have to look up, I keep meaning to look up the conversion from British pounds to American dollars. I have not done that yet. Oh, that's really neat that his family stepped in and did it for him. Um, it's football season, and my grandpa, who passed this year, as some of you may remember, um, was the commissioner of a fantasy football league. And the league is still going on. Uh, my grandmother, who never had any interest in football or anything, actually like put it together. So that was really cool. Or my grandma and my and uncle are still doing it. I agree about Starbucks. Honestly, I've always been a quick fill coffee kind of gal. The cappuccinos that go out of the dispenser, that was my favorite. I used to, we used to walk from my house to Route 60, which is about a mile. And there's a big cemetery where Lucille Ball's buried between uh, the Route 60 and where my parents live. And so we would either cut through the cemetery or go the long way. And there was a mobile gas station, and we would go to the mobile and get cappuccinos and packs of cigarettes when we were way too young, 16, I think. I think maybe 15. But yep, we were crazy as heck. Yeah, peppermint's really good. But you don't know what you're doing to your body back then. But I don't think I've ever been to a speedway. Maybe. I think I've been to one to like go potty, and that was it. Slow down, my I think actual peppermint bark is pieces of peppermint candy and melted in almond bark. And I can't think of the word for it where Caesar is. Or white chocolate. You melt down white chocolate. Ooh, it's almost Christmas time. I'm really excited about baking cookies this year. I usually do like a lot of baking and stuff at my mom's house because she has more room if we're baking in Moss. Like here, okay, yeah, I can whip up a batch of peanut butter cookies or something, and that's no big deal. But if I were making and in bulk, I don't have the room for that. I do. I have a Crosby's that I could almost actually walk to. They have really good pizza. And on Tuesday, you can get two larges for like $16 or 17. My little niece goes to middle school right across from the Crosbys, and she gets a body armor every day. Carrie! Hi, Carrie. Carrie, I need your opinion. Does this shirt look okay? Caesar says it looks nice. I just don't know if I like the shirt. It kind of looks basement curtainy. And it feels weird. The shirt might have to go before I go anywhere. I don't know. Maybe I'll wear the shirt. I don't know. I really should run the vacuum in here and pick up the tables. That sounds like a problem for future Mary. Who's that girl running around with you? Okay. Maybe it's just me. Oh, I hear Jojo. Well, friends, I think I'm going to jump off for now. I will probably be back on later. I'm not sure what I'll be doing on my later stream, but you never know. We could be crafting, we could be going on tour. Hey, Noel. But either way, we'll have a lot of fun, right? So thank you for dropping by the Bear Den. Have a good afternoon. Bye.